I always had a little bit of a creative little bug sort of nibbling in the back of my head saying, let's do something creative. When I was watching films, I was looking at the costume and doing things like that. So I was fascinated, where do they get these things? Do they just go out and buy this costume? And then, you start researching into it and goes, wow, there's actually someone that is making these things. I want to be a part of that. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm a second year BFA Costume student here at NIDA.
I'm Esther, and I graduated from the costume course at NIDA in 2022. I think what inspired me to pursue a career in the arts and specifically in costume was the fact that I grew up doing a lot of dance and theatre and always loved performing. But my favourite part was also just getting to wear the sparkly costumes. And then, I don't know really when, but I kind of realised this perfect overlap of dance and theatre and the performing arts and sewing was costume. And then when I found the course, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Yeah.
Hi, my name's Corinne Heskett. I'm the course leader for the BFA Costume at NIDA. One of the things that makes the course unique is the opportunity these students have to work on the play production season here. And that means that unlike a lot of other courses that teach costume, our students have the opportunity to fit and work with real actors who are then going to wear their costume in performance on stage. All 3 years of the costume department students work on the production season. So in first year, they work as costume assistants, and then they work in a backstage environment to dress the actors and do maintenance on the shows. In second year, the students go on to do a costume make for 2 productions. One is usually a tailored jacket, and the other one is a really complex make for something at the end of the year. And the third year students obviously supervise on the Festival of Emerging Artists and then on to the October and June seasons. So they get 3 opportunities to supervise at their time at NIDA.
It's really in-depth
for sure.
knowledge, really well-rounded knowledge. Before I started, I was just scratching the surface about making the costumes, but now you actually understand not only the technical aspect of making it, but it also gives you the theory of, all the social implications of why these costumes were made back in, 1600s and, the development of theatre style. So it's definitely polish you off your skill. So that, I think, for me is what I want to get into, more of actually making the costumes and problem solving and, taking it from a picture or a drawing into an actual tangible moving piece of...
It's on stage.
Yeah, it's on stage.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of the opposite in some ways. When I started, I thought I would be a maker. I really wanted to, dive into all the logistics and making it. But I think when I did the first costume supervisor role, I was like, oh, this is kind of really fun. Just getting to talk to all the other departments kind of made me really realize I kind of enjoy, having a bit more of an overarching relationship with whatever project it is.
Quite a lot of our industry connections involve our students working directly with industry in their placements. And this actually often means that they go to work on film sets as standbys or costume makers, or for theatre in places like the Opera Australia workroom. So they get a really solid understanding of what the industry requires of them when they graduate. It also means that when they do finish those secondments, quite often they're taken on by the host in order to allow them to stay on as paid workers after they graduate.
So when I was here, I got to do, one of my placements was on Better Man, which is the upcoming Robbie Williams biopic. So that was super exciting, just being on set and seeing these massive set builds, where you keep the costumes and running in between takes to touch people up. Is just really exciting and a completely different world.
So when we're looking for prospective students, one of the things we really focus on is their problem solving abilities. Costume making and costume supervision is all about making things happen. So what we usually hope they have some kind of pattern making experience, and often they come to us after having done a certificate at TAFE or some kind of sewing course. We also look for students that are going to be able to manage quite a challenging workload, but also being able to work with people in collaboration.
If you have the passion, it's clear, and it's easy for the tutors and the staff to see that
It comes out. If
If it makes sense, it makes sense, I think.
No, it comes out. Like, when you put your application, your portfolio together, if you're putting things in that you're proud of, that you've made, and you really enjoy the process of making it, the tutors can see that. And I feel that is what they're looking for. They're looking for this genuine passion to actually be doing what you love.
Yeah.
And that, I think, is the most important thing. Just be true to yourself, be passionate about what you're making, and the rest will just fall into place.